Welcome to Illegal Dog Fights. So, just had an incident with Jack. Jack was attacked by another dog that was off leash. And Juliet to an extent too, but I'll get into that in a second. So, we were out walking in our normal spot, throwing the ball, as most of my videos are about. And over comes running an off leash German Shepherd. I know the owner. I know the dog. Juliet and the dog used to be friends. But, time in life happens and we don't get an opportunity to socialize with that dog. Anyway, the dog came running over and attacked Jack. Jack, for his part, handled business and went to work. It very quickly became an incident of, I now have to protect this dog from Jack. And I did. I got my hand in underneath his collar, lifted up to pull him away from the other dog, the German Shepherd. And it actually, it goes to what I was saying before, with this thick skin there, there's a lot that can happen, but it's going to be mostly puncture wounds. And so Jack kind of just grabbed the back of his neck and was snarling here, but pulled him up and away. And then the dog went after Juliet, who just ran away. So I did try and grab the dog, couldn't quite get a hold of him. And then the two children walking the dog issued the recall command, and he immediately broke off and ran back to them. So it was actually a very well-trained dog that was this attack, that caused this attack. And it highlights the need to not just train your dog, but you have to train your kids. The dog had solid recall. They were calling the dog's name. The dog wasn't responding because the dog's name isn't the recall command. The recall command is the recall command. Now I can yell for Jack and he'll come down at the house. When we're out, I have to say, sit and stay. Or when I want them near, I tell them near or come here. They respond to several commands that center around controlling them, as I demonstrated the other night in that emergency stop, which we still need to work on. It's not quite there yet. And I talk with my hands, that's why you're seeing it. So you got to train your kids to walk your dogs. And as soon as they broke off the attack, like I said, I know the actual owner, so I gave him a call, let him know what's going on. And the other dog is okay. And we're going to set up a time so that Jack and Juliet can meet with this other dog and become social with them, so that in the event we run across them again, it will be a happy meeting out there versus, a little bit of a illegal dog fight. And also, it's just good practice to have your dogs socialized. I was going to go somewhere else with that. Lost my train of thought. Socializing the dogs. Because we walk our dogs in the same area. And I would prefer if the dog come running over to play. And I think that's what the other dog was thinking. He was just overstimulated and wanted to play with my dogs. But a dead sprint at Jack, not a good idea. And Jack definitely handled stuff. And like I keep saying, when it comes to playtime, they nip and they bite each other anyway, and it is kind of just practice for a real fight. So Jack has lots of practice. And Juliet too, but she was a scaredy cat. Anyway, that's just my thoughts and my tips. Like and subscribe for more illegal dog fights.